Hi, welcome to the Bell Performance video blog. I am, once again, Eric Bjornstad with Bell Performance. Today we wanted to shoot a short little video blog to tell you about the testimony that the EPA gave before Congress concerning everybody's favorite whipping boy, the whole EPA E15 approval process. Now, a lot of people across the country are really mad about E15. I mean, if you have followed the Bell blog, you know that we're not exactly happy about it either. So the Congress people, men and women, who are hearing from their constituents, well, they wanted to know, they want some questions answered by the EPA. And so you have the nominee for the new chief administrator for the EPA, Gina McCarthy. She was called upon to testify on the issue by Congress. Well, she didn't have to go up to Capitol Hill and sit before them all like the tobacco execs did and answer questions from, the honorable senator, from Maine and North Carolina, whatever. No, what she did was she issued a written response to certain questions that Congress submitted to her. Now, once word about that got out, it really busted loose on Twitter and on other blogs around the internet, because some of the answers that Gina McCarthy gave on behalf of the EPA's position in the whole thing are kind of curious, and some people might say downright either wrong or dishonest. Three of the statements in particular that the Huffington Post called out. Number one, and we're not going to say these word for word, we're going to paraphrase them, okay? The first thing that she said was that the EPA was expressly denied a role in testing of E15 by the CRC. Okay, now the background for that question is that the senators in the Senate wanted to know how much the EPA was aware of the problems that E15 likely was going to have based on the testing that this group, the CRC, did. The CRC stands for Coordinating Research Council. They are really the chief testing body that does testing on behalf of the EPA. Okay, their testing seemed to indicate that there was a chance E15 was likely to or could cause problems in a number of types of vehicles. So their response was, or Gina McCarthy's response on behalf of the EPA, was that the EPA didn't know about it, and not only that, they were expressly denied any role in the official testing by the CRC. Now, a number of people jumped right on that, and what they said, what they pointed out, was that both the EPA and the Department of Energy were key participants in meetings over the years 2008, 2009, 2010, when the plans were being formulated. They were key participants in the very meetings that set up these test protocols. These meetings talked about, hashing out procedures, research plans, so on and so forth. And Department of Energy staffers also actively participated in CRC discussion groups about the E15 testing research and what was going to happen, and Department of Energy staffers helped write the reports. So how can Gina McCarthy, head administrator of the EPA, then claim that the EPA was expressly and specifically denied a role in the testing of the E15 by the CRC? That was curious statement number one. Curious statement number two was her accusation that the CRC's testing of E15 had what she called serious scientific shortcomings and problems. Okay, now we say this is curious because, as we said a couple minutes ago, the CRC is the gold standard when it comes to testing. The EPA uses their test methods for everything. So how can the EPA then turn around and say, well, they're using kind of faulty procedures here, so it's not our fault? That's curious statement number two. Curious statement number three, blanket accusation saying the CRC did not give us, the EPA, did not give us complete information. Now, This has also been debunked by a number of people because it wasn't very difficult to find the trail of emails and communications between the CRC and the EPA and the Department of Energy, kind of a little triangle there. And these emails kept everyone informed and told everybody about the availability of the research reports that on how the tests were going and the ultimate results of the tests. They were made available to anybody who wanted to know at the EPA and Department of Energy. And what's more, they can very easily be found right now if anybody wants to look at them. So, just looking at that situation, it really kind of appears that Gina McCarthy is trying to give the EPA some kind of backside coverage on this issue. But it has been debunked so roundly on the internet that it ends up really looking like kind of desperate throwing up of hands, saying, "Hey, it's not our fault. Don't blame us. We didn't know." So I don't think a lot of people are going to buy that. So anyway, thanks for joining me for this edition of the Bell blog, the Bell video blog. If you'd like more information about this, come to our website and visit our blog at www.bellperformance.com. We also have the great educational website, wefixfuel.com. So anyway, thanks for joining me. I'm Eric Bjornstead with Bell Performance, and have a great day. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.